Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning, where we started with a new character, started as a summoner, chosen by those that watch me live, where I record these at twitch.tv/Elecnor, so come on out, hang out, tell the story with me of Final Fantasy XIV. Last week we started the character, the last episode we started the character, we got it set up as a summoner, or as an Arcanist, which will later become summoner, and got first job quest, got a hunting log, got the main story quest started. So today, we got a high enough level as Arcanist to unlock the next job quest. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll do some main story quests and see where things go from there. So it actually looks like we get a fair... Got a hat, got a new robe, a ring, and new wristlets. Okay. Oh, and I only get to pick one of those. I think I'm going to go with the hat. Ah, Caden, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my Arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Lunacia. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras, to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for breakfast. Well, it's 8:15 p.m. game time. I think we'll be back before midnight snacks. We got to Middle Lunacia. No, Lower Lunacia. Well, let me go ahead and get the extra music out of here, so we can enjoy the game's natural musics. And, do I have this? I thought I had this turned up. Yeah, that's up. That should be louder than what it is. Well, it's a quiet moment in the game, though, so that should be louder than it is. There we go. That's better. So we are going to come up here to do what's in the box. No, we don't have any. I have mounts because this is not my first character on this account. I do have some minions and I have some mounts. I just can't use them yet. Yep. Unauthorized to summon a mount. Oh, the fate system. Just let me know what fates are. We got a little unlockable side quest there, which we will go ahead and do. Right, because I forget what that quest actually unlocks. Where the heart is. But first, we've got some wild dodos to handle. Have Carby throw a shield on me. See, these wild dodos aren't too hard. Oh. Of course, that was enough to level me up. I'm going to reposition a couple of things here. I want that there. There we go. Yeah, I can summon my minions right now, but I can't summon my mounts. There we go. Transgage indicates the time remaining the effects of Aether Charge. Executing this action grants Ruby Arcanum, which is used to summon Ruby Carbuncle. And then hit level 15, I also get Topaz for Topaz Carbuncle. And at 22, I get Emerald Arcanum for summoning Emerald Carbuncle. Now, this is something that is different from when I first played through. Because my first playthrough, you didn't have the different forms of Carbuncle. Let's get these tiny Mandragores taken care of. One of them. So under this status, after using that the Aether Charge, you get a nice little boost to my attacks. Let's see, that quest is done, but I do believe middle Lorna Lunacia, which is where I'm at, Cedarwood. There's wind sprites somewhere around here for my hunting log. So you can find where they are, knock them out of the hunting log, and see exactly what it is my summon Ruby does. Let's see, there's the wind sprites. We're level 8, I'm level 6, well, we can handle them. So he comes in, slashes at him, and I get a Ruby Ruin, which is a more powerful spell. Okay, wind sprite. I have to be in battle to use the Aether Charge. So yeah, feel free to come out, hang out, watch me record these videos live at twitch.tv/Elknor. Say hi, I will say hi back. Let me see here. There's a couple of, I think a couple more. Yeah, I need one more. Be sure and give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding rang clang that bell so you get notifications when these videos go up. And other videos I may post. Other games, other things, just other happenings. Alrighty. And that completes that entry in the hunting log. So that gets me up to entry 6, which is nesting buzzards. But let's see if I can't see them here shortly. I think they're up over this way, actually. I mean, I'm level 6. Makes sense to do up to entry number 6 in the hunting log. If I can find them. Let's see, there's some kobolds hanging out up there. That's not who I want to see. I think that's going to lead me out. That's not going to be the exit. So let me see here. Where might I find buzzards? This fate is how fates are events that happen periodically around the areas. You can participate in them or not. You get some nice little bonus experience if you do. Take out some enemies. There's the buzzard. There's various other rewards for completing fates. Ruby Carbuncle! It does a slash, goes away. I get the effect of Ruby Ruin for a couple of casts. Okay. That should be... And see, low levels, you can level up really quickly just by... there we go. Just by knocking out the hunting log. Let's go turn in this quest. And then we will get into some main story quests. We're going to the Arcanist's Guild. There we go. Zoom it in a little bit so we can get through the door. Oh, welcome back, Caden. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have several crates transported to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates and then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. Okay, how to interact with things, which we learned earlier. We're going south of the Zephyr Gate, which takes us into Middle Nicaea. Leave me some comments down below. Right now, this series I'm going to intend on focusing on main story quests and job quests. Maybe unlocking a couple of the other later jobs. Oof, okay. Fall damage is a thing in this game, but it's not lethal. However, getting hit by an enemy right after you fall can be lethal. But yeah, leave me a comment if you want me to do some of the crafting or gathering quests. Or what other side quests you'd like to see me do. If you want to see me get into some of the fates. If there's any particular other jobs you want me to unlock, since Summoner was chosen via poll in my Discord, then Summoner is what we'll run mainly. But I can unlock and do some of the other jobs, just for a little bit. Yeah, work on the hunting log for one job while waiting for Dungeon Queue as Summoner. Oh, somebody a little clumsy. I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Do you mind looking away from the book while you're speaking to us? So... Let's see, taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear! My calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. You're saying if the threat is over 9,000, then I couldn't handle it? I'm level 7. I wouldn't expect to be able to. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I'm Kihai, Melvan's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thabirigim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. And, yep, as I level summoners, Scholar will level as well. So I do have a healer aspect if I ever want to gear up for it. From what I've observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? I simply do what feels right. Aha! Just as I predicted. Now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, this certainly is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It is the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. So you're saying strategy is manipulating reality to what I want it to be, but there's no amount of strategy or skill I have right now that will make me instantly an Arcanist. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thabirigim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. And how many times am I going to have to come save you? I mean, again, putting theory into practice is all well and good. But it helps to, know what you're doing and be strong enough to put said theory into practice. Hi, guys. And hop over the line. So I gotta go all the way across town to the Arcanists Guild. Got some pets. Cute little corgi minions. People complaining about in the chat about the 5-minute queue for healers. That is that is nothing. Ah, Caden, have you returned with the cargo? Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Kihai regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Kiahi carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as a Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope you might return the favor and help broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Caden. Continue your practice with Carbuncle, as Kiahi has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. So I said I'm going to go with the hat, because I have none right now. The next quest will be level 10, if I remember right. Yep. So let's put on our hat. Okay. I just got this starter green book here. So let's equip the new book. Ooh, fancy. Interior still looks the same, but fancy looking book. And I like my red hat. So see the horns underneath. The red hat really brings out the pink in my eyes. We got 3 more levels before we can do the next job quest. So let's go knock out some MSQ. Domain story quests. Let's see, I want to go not that way, this way. So I will unlock mounts eventually, but again, that's the main story quest thing. It's when you get your Chocobo mount, and then any other mounts you have you can use. Which actually, while I wait for this to load some of them in. Okay, I want to do put that there and that there. I'm going to go to the Drowning Wench. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to... I mean, Drowning Wench, named for a bar. I can see that being a good thing. I can see that being a bad thing, too, though. So, I could easily go either way on that. So, the wench is drowning her troubles in drink at the bar, or people don't like the wench, so they're drowning her, or... Lots of ways that name can go. Also got some thigh boots. I'll probably go with the leather ones. Actually, how do they compare against... Oh, they actually do give me... Okay. My gear right now does nothing for me. So... Aye, still in Limsa, are you, Caden? How do you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner of Stalewind is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and he has been trying to bring a better life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I give you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Actually, I believe I can do one better than that. Get this set right here. Hit the right button combination. I can just teleport right there. But it's 145 gil to do that. I don't have a whole lot of gil at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and travel it on foot. Let's see, we're going to go out the Zephyr Gate, he said. Yep. So again, I only have 219 gold. I do not have a whole lot of money yet. So we are going to do a lot of running and traveling on foot. here for a while. I don't know that I can complete this fate in the 3.5 minutes that it's already left. So I'm just going to run by and ignore the aggro I just drew. That tiny mandragora. Cooldown's almost done on my sprint. But here we are at Summerford Farms. I've already attuned to that aetheryte. Big, gruff, deep-looking guy here. Ah, you must be the adventurer Balderon promised to send along. Caden Einvis, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stalewin, the old bastard, as Balderon likely described me. This here's my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. If you wonder why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. I mean, if you're going to get loyal pirates working your farms, might as well be pirates that are already loyal to you. But the calamity did for our ship, like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded in the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merylwib's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. So much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alrighty. Oh, I want the... Oh yeah, altered leather thigh boots. I will put those thigh boots on right away. Okay. Unlock the roll action. Of Adel, which I'm going to put right there. I'm putting these actions and abilities in certain spots for specific reasons, because that's where I have them on my other character, so that's where I'm used to them being. It would just completely throw me off if I went somewhere else. Leather Grimoire. It's actually what I have, so I'll probably go for the money upon completing this one. I have a mind to set you a task, Einvis, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand? Might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. But rogue is a completely different class. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Let's see, with a gear item level 5 or greater. Okay. What's it got to do? No. Let's see. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above. I've got that there. Item level 5, item level 5, item level 5. Okay. Yeah, so the feet, really the head was the only one I'm missing. I was missing initially. But I've got it all now. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile, buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, By the look of you, I'd say you'll have a little trouble getting their attention. So I go for the money. Because I can't use that. Can't use that. And I've already got that. So... Ein Wies. The aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. I hope I've read you aright, for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Sure, why not? Good to hear, then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces has been creeping up the edges of the fields and spying on my yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're the best themselves. They're beside themselves with worry, and their work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as I say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Sure, you got it. Good lass. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around the Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful, though, Invis. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, all right? Alrighty. Hup. Ouch. That hurt. But it healed right up again. That just hurt the ankles a little bit. Just heading right over here down into the water. Some bee clouds, some tiny mandragoras. Let's see, I should have a quest marker point here somewhere. How about we actually go, into the grotto, into this cave here, and that's where the point will be. Oh, bogeys! Those things are on my hunting log. Let's just take a couple of them out. They're passive, but they must be eliminated. And they're eliminated. You're about to enter an instanced battle. Instanced battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. So just remember, I just said duty. Special instances. Yep. Let's see. Above. Oh, so it's maximum level of 9. I just hit 8, so we're good. It would just sink me down to 9 if I was above it.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die.
Pretty poem.
Thus reads the
Ishtola!
sage carved
We don't know
into
that yet,
yonder
but
stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not.
oh, we got a big friend to deal with.
As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
It's a big old gaboo.
But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Because she's still listed as cultured conjurer, and this is main story quest. This would happen no matter what job you're doing. Oh, I got a level out of it. Not like a level up mid-fight. There we go. That's all of them. Duty complete. Gaboo down.
Phew.
Well, hello there. What's this? Just took down a giant gaboo and it drops a shiny crystal. Let's go ahead and grab it. That's a good idea, right? This can only be a good thing, correct?
Hear,
That's right.
feel, think.
Nothing like touching a crystal and seeing a vision of fireballs and meteors.
Crystal bearer,
Yes. Mysterious voice from beyond.
I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life.
And knowing what I know,
Of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
and seeing back on this, yeah, I understand a lot more of what she's saying now.
Banish the darkness, dwelleth in crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
I won't spoil anything by saying what I know, but just knowing what I know, I can see how this ties in. And that's a big crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
And we all become wisps around the crystal.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Oh, the spoilers I could drop. I'm going to be nice and not.
Awake again, are we?
God, Shola, your eyes.
The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory.
We win, I fall down.
Surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
I just overall, Y'shtola looks so young compared to how I'm seeing her now. They don't really age her, but just something about her just feels younger right now.
I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
So the Gubu, I pronounce it Gabu. So the Gabu was upset because it had a knife in its back. I mean, that'd make me upset too. It's raining, but I don't have any of my parasols with me. So you know what we might... what I think I'm going to go ahead and do, kind of winging this part a little bit anyway, I can get level 10 here real quick and easy. So we'll go ahead and do MSQ, get level 10, then do the next Arcanist job quest, level 10, and then call it an episode there. Sounds like a plan to me. Come back all the way back up over here. Einviz, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you're in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? Aye, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm certain to think these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farm hands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a maddened gabu on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption? Ah, Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Einviz. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to brighter futures she deserves. Let's see here. I'm getting some eye drops. Cures most instances of blindness. Go with a potion or an ether. I'm actually going to go potion. Out here soloing some of this, I can see getting in a little bit of trouble. That seesaw Severin and his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round him up and let them know that Stelwyn would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Alrighty. We got a guy lounging on the ground over here. You need to be up and moving. You guys should be working. I work? Ha! I can't work when my hands are full of lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager me last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill water or swill wine? Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Selwyn's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Words. English good to do. Let's see. Actually, I want to talk to this person. Oh, I need to hit level 10 before talking to that person will do me any good. The person I need to talk to isn't in here. It's probably on the other side of the wall here then. Yep, there they are. Oh, how am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Oh? Breaded sticks or ash tuna? Breaded sticks. Well, gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? Probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know you're here. I know why you're here. I just as soon get some real food in me, but ain't one to reject a summons from the captain. A little buzz of the bugs. Let's see. There's one right around here somewhere. There he is. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing. You bet your bosom I did, lass. Ah, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. I mean, when you split skulls with an axe, you don't have to worry about the thing coming down on top of you. But splitting trees with an axe is far less messy. So I will take that. Ah, so Stelwyn sent you. What do you reckon I say to that? Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking gruff from the glorified gardeners. I suppose I can see what he wants to get him off my back. One more to go speak at. Definitely getting my steps in today. Walking and running all over the place. Oh, I'm Severin. You're the old man's errand girl now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. He's a friendly type, isn't he? Keep hearing the buzzing of those bees each time I walk by there. Gotta walk all the way back up. You continue to impress, lass. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt where all such worms belong. Very close to level 10. This is level 8 quest. So some ice shards, a high potion. Oh, level 8, okay. Gotta equip gear to head. Oh, dang it. So I'll lose my fancy hat. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There's some like you who can be trusted. Then there are others. Till now I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Einvis. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Alright, so we get this, this should put us over the level 10 mark. So we'll do the job quest. And then just be primed for more MSQ next episode. The battle music as I went by those Morabi moles in that fate. Goblin fishers, goblin gamblers are a bunch of goblins, but they're all passive. Because this is still a low level area, so not a whole lot of aggressive enemies. Bloody hells, I'm up the strait without a paddle. Okay, slash doubt. What's this now? Staleman sent you for the oranges? So the old bugger had known all this time. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from these double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Okay. I'm going to walk into the circle and I'm going to get jumped. I don't want to stand there or there. So enemies are all done. Help these guys out. I would have gotten away myself, not for Severin shoving me aside. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. As he was the hungry one a minute ago. Severin sent you? Huh. The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. A battle going on over there. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms out going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Ossine and send him my regards. Looks like 3 sacks of oranges, not just 1. A lot of oranges for me to be carrying. So we sprint. Sprint and hurry, hurry, run. There's somebody else with their carbuncle. Level 10 Arcanist there. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and as scheduled? Huh, it's the first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stallman's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. So we'll run all the way back there. We'll just go run in, and run in, and run in. But you know what? We need a friend. I've got minions. Let's pull one out at random. Zidane! Main character from Final Fantasy IX. And if I happen across somebody who has the dagger minion, the main female lead from Final Fantasy IX, and I stand next to them, the two of them will interact. Not all minion pairs interact, but some do. We just got the rain. See if I can take out enough moles to complete this fate in 2 minutes. I've got almost half of them done. And a couple more and I'll actually have this fate finished. And got... Hey! There's my level 10. I'll rearrange my abilities here in just a minute. Fate rewards, some gil, and some experience. Aether flow gauge. The action energy drain fills the aether flow gauge, which is required to perform certain actions. So actually, I've got here sleep. Actually, I'm just gonna. No, I'm gonna put sleep up there just in case. Energy drain there and fester there. Now, way back in my day, you kiddos! No, when I first started playing this, that energy drain there would actually heal your MP and HP. It doesn't anymore when they reworked Summoner that was removed. But it used to. Back in one place, that's a relief. How'd you fare, Anvis? Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, all right. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those God's-forsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that two-gill cheat. If you leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. And I said I want to grab the hempen cowl. Oh, hey. Achievement unlocked, Storyteller 1. Complete 10 unique quests, okay. I also got through the gate for Arcanist level 10. So this is actually going to give me plus 3 to my intelligence, plus 3 to my mind. Mind is the healing one. But it's more than the plus 1 I'm getting from my hat right now. Oh. Actually, with the horn sticking out of the hood, kind of adds a nice little mysterious element to it. Just teleport back. We'll go knock out this level 10 job quest. And then next week we'll do the next main story quests. Loam maintenance. Instead of low maintenance, loam maintenance. I see what they did there. Okay. Two job quests and a handful of and a branch of the main story quests all knocked out. So let's see. Might go with the gloves. That's level 11. Might go with the gloves because the ones I've got right now are still just basic. And if this quest gets me enough experience to kick up that one level. Helps if I accept the quest. Yes, Caden, time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust? Taking the occasional brisk walk? One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Kalia's instructions, you should be ready to face more dangerous threats found in western Lenacia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypothesis, and third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks from your carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Okay. So, actually, we're going to Western Lominsa. Which there's an aetheryte there. Yeah, that's the dry docks. Okay. So we'll go to lower. We'll hit that Morabi dry docks aetheryte, and then we'll go to Western Lominsa. Because I haven't been there yet. So while I'm here in lower, middle, lower, middle, let's see, cedarwood, cave bats, cedarwood, Summerford, middle, okay. Ooh, wild jackal! Gotta do 2 more of those. Oh no, these are the okay. No, these are for my quest. Those weren't for my hunting log. The lightning sprite is, though. Grab a shield. Okay, any more lightning sprites around? Because I need to take out 2 more. Yep, right over here. That's a big jackal there. That's for a fate. I'm not going to fight Padfoot right now. Just taking out the lightning sprites. And okay, that was enough experience for the level ups. Now I can use those gloves I'm going to get as the quest reward. And I'm a high enough level. Chocobo porters can basically... they're bird taxis. So they'll let you ride from one spot to another, but you have to have visited each spot first. So... okay. So we've attuned there, so I can teleport to here anytime I wish. I just need to head off to some of the biggest crab meat I've seen in a long time. Megalo crabs. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, so I can't take the ferry to Aleport. And how am I supposed to get to Western Lunacia? Huh? Lower decks. That's Western Thanalin. That's not where I want to go. Well, there's a passage here from lower decks. Okay. There's a passage there from middle, though. Eastern. Mist. Middle of Lunacia. Yes, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport to the farms. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've got Aetheryte tickets that'll let me teleport for free for a while. And I have 49 of them. So I'll teleport to the farms. I can grab the Chocobo. Grab the Chocobo keep that's there. And then head through the... from here to where I need to be. To go take out those Roselings. Now that I'm at least level 10. That just registers me there. There we go. That's got him out. See, the energy drain basically lets me trigger this right here. It's me 2 uses of Fester. Until the energy drain recharges, and then I can use it again. Right now it's just a single target. Later on there will be multiple target AoE ones of those. You're not what I need. You're a fate target, but your little friends are. These things like to throw seeds at you from a range. Which, I'm ranged. I have no problem. You know, throwing ranged back at them. And there we go. So 3 Roselings are done, 3 Jackals are done. Just gonna touch base with this Aetheryte right here so I can teleport to it again later should the need arise. And if I Okay, I have not traveled in this area in a long time. I could just ferried from the lower decks to here. Wish I'd remembered that. Some arbor buzzards. Fate up over here. Take out big target back over there. We'll just head down, hit this crystal, and it looks like I should be able to get back to lower decks from there. Skull Valley. Okay. And hard left. And a tune. Let's see if I can remember where the ferry is to get back to Limsa Lominsa. If this doesn't let me do it, I may have to, I'll just teleport. Ferry skipper. To Limsa Lominsa. Okay, gotta be level 15. Alrighty, we'll just use the return. I mean, that's what it's there for. Alrighty, here we go. Roselings and jackals handled. Report. Well, welcome back, Caden. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Farseer Kiyaha on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Caden. Kiyaha waits you on the floor below with further details. Let's see, I think floor below is this way. Running down stone steps as fast as you can. Yeah, nothing could ever go wrong with that, right? Timely experience as I expected. Shall we proceed directly with the job at hand? I've been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Ballastocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I have prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift in hostilities, but there's an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as stratagem focus fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Lanesia. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Alrighty. Cookpot right there, not too far from Summerford Farms. Go ahead and teleport using the Aetheryte tickets. I totally didn't forget that I even had earlier when I was looking at the price of teleporting. Okay. Are you seriously cheering on the guy that's just laying there? Let's see here. I'm going to need to cross the water. Hello, fishies. There we go. A big yawn from the Gabu. This is going to trigger another solo duty. I said duty. Like we had earlier. Synced down to level 14. I'm level 11, so it's not a concern. I am Forseer Kiaha of Malavin's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peeks. Gobbies spit uplander. No. Let's see. Nosy Z's on Stabby Iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Caden. Remember what we discussed. No, remember 1345 focus fire. And they're done. Evasive maneuvers. I didn't know we'd be doing evasive maneuvers. Nope. I want a Tobaz Carby too. So I'll be getting one. Says my combat style gives her an idea, so she's gonna go formulate a new tactic. Make me fight these guys by my lonesome. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? Covering my weaknesses. Oh, again you respond as the guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You're one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress the Berrigan. Until next we meet. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Oh, can't do that way. So where are we? Where are we in relation to? Yeah, I'll just hoof it. I'll let the Yellow Jackets handle these guys. And then next week we'll come back out here to Summerford Farms. Or next episode we'll come back out to Summerford Farms. I record these once a week, so that's why I keep saying once next week. Next episode we'll come back out to Summerford Farms and start the next MSQ. So a few levels ahead of the curve for them. The last one we did was a level 8 one. This is a level 9, already level 11. So coming out ahead on ahead of things. Just sneak in behind the patrol guys there. There we go. Let's go run in, and 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 run in. I'm just going to run on over to the Arcanist Guild. Hawker's Round, West Hawker's Alley. You got the East Hawker's Alley, West Hawker's Alley, and Hawker's Round in the middle. That actually makes a lot of sense. Milvan's Gate. Why is there a paladin standing here? A level 21 gladiator, not quite a paladin yet. And a level 5 arcanist. Seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. One last thing, Caden. Considering the dedication you have shown towards our discipline, I have decided to permit you leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you first master the science of Arcanima. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. Okay, I said I was going to go for the gloves. Armory unlocked. Access to the armory system. Quest to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. Exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. You first focus on mastering your current class. Yep. So just a little thing on unlocking other classes. You can't subclass. But you can, I can run Paladin for a while and then switch back to Summoner. Each class, for the most part, levels individually. But when you unlock Summoner, you also unlock Scholar. Those two will level as a pair. Otherwise, everything levels separately from the others. 5 to 10, Intelligence goes to 2, Vitality up, and Spell Speed up. We've got a newer... Not a whole lot of it difference in the book. My hands look different now with the gloves on. Just a little bit. Actually, can I... Nope, okay. Because it's not truly headgear. So we're going to go ahead and call it right there here for tonight. So I want to thank you for watching. Be sure and give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding ring clang that bell so you get notifications when these videos go up. If you like the video, share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, share it with your enemies. Leave me some comments down below. And again, I know the game very well, but let me know if you want to see me unlock other jobs. Do some of the crafting and gathering jobs. If you want to see me do some side quests. If you want to see me eventually buy a house and fill it with stuff. Let me know. Thank you for watching. I will see you around again another time. Bye-bye now.